Aloha and welcome to the Secret Art of Huna podcast, where I'll be sharing how to use Huna, the carefully guarded spiritual, energetic and healing practices of the ancient Hawaiians, to help you transform those bits of your life that aren't working, to help you find your purpose, or maybe just to help you dump emotional baggage. I'm Dr. Jane Lewis, and 20 years ago I was burnt out, depressed, unfulfilled, disappointed, directionless and deeply, deeply miserable. Huna enabled me to change all that, and so I now share it with whoever wants to experience a more joyful, fulfilling life. Well, aloha and welcome to today's Huna Talk. And today I'm going to be talking about how Huna can help you with health and physical aspects of your well-being. This one is an interesting one for me. It's one that I've been dodging, I've been avoiding, because let's face it, at the moment, my own physical fitness is not very good. In fact, it's rubbish. And so talking about it, saying how Huna can help you, I was in two minds. It was like, gosh, that sounds very, it doesn't sound very congruent to talk about health and fitness when I myself am not as healthy and fit as I could be. But actually, that's the very best reason for me to be talking about it to you, because it's very easy for me to think, I know all this stuff about Huna, my life should be perfect. But really, how many of us can honestly put our hands on our hearts and say our lives are totally perfect? My life's great. I love it. But there are definitely things that I could do to make it even better. And my health and fitness is one of them. So in a sense, this is a journey that I'm on. And for those of you for whom health and fitness is an issue, let me accompany you on the journey and let you accompany me on my journey. So 25 years ago, actually, health and fitness, that was the only thing in my life really that was working for me. I was depressed. I had polycystic ovaries, so I probably wasn't going to be able to have children, and that upset me. I couldn't get a relationship for love or money. I was just so miserable. My life, quite frankly, was fucked in all areas, across all areas. I had friends and family, true, but because of my depression, I was ashamed of myself, and I didn't want to hang around with them because hanging around with them made me upset because I would compare myself with them. And also, I didn't want them to know the state that I was in. I wasn't really on a spiritual path at all, so that aspect of my life wasn't going anywhere. And my career, well, I had a job, but it didn't pay very well. I struggled to pay the bills. The money side of it really wasn't good. I was grafting in all sorts of different directions, renting rooms, side jobs, all sorts of things just to pay the bills. So life was not good. 25 years on, life is very good. The only thing that really isn't up to scratch at the moment is my health and fitness. So let's look at what Huna has to say about health and fitness. Now, the model I'm going to talk to you about is the one that comes from the lineage I teach. Not everybody will explain things in the same way. Not every Huna practitioner will talk about this in the same way, but this is the way that I talk about it. So from my lineage, the idea is that we have 3 minds and 4 bodies. And the 3 minds, there's the spiritual mind, your connection to source, your connection to spirit, God, whatever name you give that. There's your mental mind, your conscious mind, the rational thinking mind. And there's the unconscious mind, which is the emotional mind, the mind that keeps you alive, the mind that stores your memories. And these 3 minds are housed in 4 bodies. So the spiritual mind is housed in the spiritual body. The mental mind, the conscious mind, is housed in the mental body. The emotional mind, the unconscious, is housed in the emotional body. And the whole is housed in this container that is the physical body. In fact, one of the words for the body in Hawaiian is hale. Hale also means house. So your body, your walking, talking, moving piece of you, is the container, the house for your spirit, your mind, and your emotional body. And that's not too different from how Western thinking is now. we go to mind-body festivals because we understand the connection between the mind and the body, and even allopathic medicine's coming around to the idea that there might be a connection between the mind and the body. So from a Hawaiian point of view, Huna point of view, the physical body provides a kind of foundation. It's the container and it provides a foundation. So if the physical body is in good nick, then the possibility for the other bodies to be in good condition is much stronger. But at the same time, in the Polynesian culture, there was also a belief that mana, life force energy, your internal power, came from being big. So you'll see a lot of Polynesian cultures, you will see some very big people because it was all about the mana. And indeed, one of our teachers, the late great John Kaimikawa, he was a very, very big man. And ultimately, his size killed him. He died very young, but he was a big man. But that gave him mana. That gave him life force. So it's important to look after your body, because the more you look after your body, the more the container for the rest is sound, is solid, the more the foundation is in place. So what do the Hawaiians say about staying fit and staying healthy? Well, on the food front, the Hawaiian idea is if it gives you more energy, eat it. If it doesn't give you more energy, don't eat it. So it's really about whatever works for your body. The Hawaiians had phases where they wouldn't eat certain foods, partly because of the farming system. There was times to fish, and their fishing practices were so good they could feed the entire island with the fish that they had fish farms. So there was times to fish, there were times to pick particular type of fish with particular type of fish. There were times to plant particular crops, there were times to harvest particular crops. So you paid attention to that. And also, if it was good for you, then you ate it. And if it wasn't good for you, for your body, then you didn't. How well do you listen to your body? How often do you find yourself cramming something into your mouth just because you're hungry and you need some food? I know I do this. I shouldn't really be eating gluten. It's not even gluten. I shouldn't be eating bread and stuff like that. It gets stuck in my gut. But I will when I'm traveling because I'm hungry. I think I've got to have something to eat. And I know that the consequences are not being great, but I stuff it into my mouth anyway because I'm hungry and I'm on the move. So eat what works for you. Listen to your body. Listen to what your body is telling you. Second thing is to have a really big why in terms of your physical fitness. Why is your physical fitness, your physical health important to you? For some people, especially if you've got kids, it's about having a long life so that you can see your kids through to their grandkids. For some people, it's about living their purpose. For me, that's particularly important. I don't have kids. So it's about living my purpose and being fit and healthy so I can enjoy my relationship with my partner and so that I can just enjoy this beauteous planet and this beauteous bit of the planet that I live on. I'm lucky I live in a really beautiful area, but having a really big why. And that's true of everything in life from a Huna perspective. So how do you get your really big why? Well, the best way, the easiest way, and it's not the way the ancient Hawaiians would have done it, but the best way is just to write about it. Get a journal, a book, a pen and paper, and write. Why is my health and fitness important to me? And write and write and write till you can't write anymore and keep writing. And if it's boring and you're going, I don't know why I'm doing this, keep writing until you really, really get out everything that you can think of to say about why your health and fitness is important to you. Because the bigger the why, the more your motivation. Third thing then is allowing yourself to release the emotional baggage that you're holding in your body, in any of your bodies, the emotional and mental stuff that you're holding in any of your bodies. Let that go. And the Hawaiians had a brilliant process, ho'oku'u or higher self-therapy, have a brilliant process for that, which if you want to learn about it, then let me know. Get on of huna.com/diary, book a complimentary call, and we can talk about how that can help you. So releasing the emotional baggage. Alongside that, and it's kind of part of that, but it's a little bit different, is forgiveness. Forgiving the people who've hurt you. Because so often when we hold hurt and resentment and anger in our body, it changes the relationship with our food, what we put into our body, the fuel, and it also changes the relationship in terms of how we're willing to move, whether we're willing to move, what we're willing to do about improving our health and fitness. When I got very depressed, I found it really difficult to get out and move because my mental state was not in the right place for me to be going out there. And of course, the less I went out there, the fatter I got, the less I wanted to be out there because I didn't want people to look at me. So there's this very strong relationship between what we're holding in the mental and the emotional body and how that actually manifests itself in the physical body. So a couple of things there that you can really look at in terms of what you need to change, how you need to change your thinking in particular in order to be healthier and fitter. And from a Hawaiian perspective, the physical, so much of it trickles down from the mental and the emotional. Another piece for the Hawaiians is that energy comes from source and it comes down and it manifests itself in the physical. Sometimes what happens, particularly if we're on a very dedicated spiritual path, is we forget about the physical. I know some healers and spiritual people, light workers, for whom the physical is something vaguely evil, dirty, nasty, and mean about the physical. But for the Hawaiians, the whole package was important, all the way down from the spiritual, the mental, the emotional, right the way down to the physical. So pay attention to the physical. And the physical isn't just you, it isn't just your body. It's the physical plane, it's everything physical going on around you. Because what's going on around you, what's going on outside you, is a mirror for what's going on inside you. So if you're seeing things outside you as evil, dirty, nasty, and mean, then physically inside you, on the physical side, then you probably are going to be finding that evil, dirty, nasty, and mean as well. But for the Hawaiians, the body was beautiful. They had no shame about the body. They had no shame about sex. Sex was great. They talked about sex. They enjoyed sex. They understood the importance of the body. They enjoyed the body. There was no shame. Nudity, no problem, until the 1820s onwards when Westerners and missionaries started coming. But prior to that, the body was good in Hawaiian terms. So love your body, embrace your body, celebrate the fact that you have a body and all the amazing things that it can do for you. So I hope that's been interesting and useful for you. And I will be doing some more videos on Huna and physical fitness because it is a part of my journey this year. And if you want to stay in touch, secretartofhuna.com/diary. There's the retreat coming up in July, secret-art-of-Huna-retreat, and you can find more information about that. And you can obviously connect with me through Facebook on the Facebook group. And I look forward to talking to you very soon. I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. If you want to bring about rapid transformation in your life, check out secretartofhuna.com, where you can also download a free meditation to help you with self-forgiveness. You can also look out for Secret Art of Huna on social media such as Facebook and LinkedIn. Look forward to talking to you again very soon.